Now here's something you'll probably be happy to see. I'm happy. Got it going again. I asked Chris from up at the house to come over and help me, and he fixed up all the wires and soldered them for me, taped them off, so it works again. So I'm gonna take Chris out to lunch for a thank you, because it's lunchtime and it's gonna rain again. It's raining all the time. Now, I was working in the garden this morning, but I was also working here. My lettuce was in the shade and was wilting in the shade because it's 87 degrees right now, and the sun was intense all day up till just now. Actually, in the last 10 minutes, it just got really cloudy, really dark. So the rain is coming. I put these in these little planters. This is my my salad mixings, and I just finished. I got to clean up my tools, and then I put the wood shavings over top, so hopefully they'll perk up a bit, and I hope they pull out of it. It's just so intensely hot. They're not doing well at all. And again, they were over here in the shade. I've had them watered, but they're just wilting from the heat. So bit by bit, I'm getting my garden ready, and I'm gonna go see if I can get 2 more of these. Chris suggested, because that looks off balance having these 2, and I've got enough to plant 2 more planters. I'm gonna try to remember where I got these. They were only a couple dollars, and then have my lettuce right in front of the RV. That'll look nice. Now over here, my truck looks like a construction zone, because it basically is. I am tired of having the truck parked here to power the electric fence, which is sitting right there. So I'm using my Benini to try to get a battery going, and hopefully then that battery will run the electric fence tonight. So that's going to run all day on there. Now I also got my 3rd grip on my garden entry fence on there. That's the ones I got on the weekend at the yard sale. And my lettuce out here was wilting from the heat today. So I took a hoop house my mom got me for Christmas and sort of coiled it up over the lettuce to help shade it from the intensity of the sun. That was just too much. Now the parsley is doing good, but the lettuce was wilting even in the sun today, even with all the mulch down there. Catnip looks like he's needing a little bit of more mulch or shade as well. Now my other plants over here, they're doing alright, but I put mulch around them too. I got garden markers at the sale. I don't know if don't think I told you about them. I got these marking stakes for just a couple dollars as well. I think I got 10 of them. 10 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15, 20 of them, which is nice. So yeah, I mulched these. Now the ground is moist underneath. It's really wet because it just rained 2 days ago. And it's going to rain again today. But it was just the heat is wilting my plants. So I mulched all them. And then over here I had planted a couple of my seedlings before I went to Florida, and they're not doing so well. So I mulched them just to help retain some moisture. And see how they do. Tomatoes are good. These are the ones I mulched the other day, and they're doing very well. So I think that is a total success, because they would generally be wilted right now, as is again the weeds. Well, the weeds are already perking up, but when the weeds are wilting, then you know that it's hot. So they're doing all right. They're liking it. I started putting some more mulch around my berries that I had planted before, because it's getting harder to identify them. They're sort of graying out into the background, and the weeds are coming and taking over. So I'm cleaning out all the grasses around them and mulching around them. That's just maintenance work that I'm just going to have to keep doing. Look at this tree growing. This is really incredible. I've got myself a maple right here It's really amazing. Can't believe that's growing like that. Well, I'm going to take Chris out to lunch for a thank you for the help and get back to work. I'll probably be planting in the rain. I want to get some corn in today, so we'll see how that goes. Don't know if you can hear it. You can see little baby. Hey, little baby. Chirp, chirp. He's growing so fast. There's just one little baby. Don't worry, I'm not going to touch him, because I know if you touch him, then the mother leaves it. There's one little baby in there. Chirp, chirp. He recognizes me now. He doesn't beg me for food. It'd be cool if it becomes tame, because it gets used to me being here all the time. I come and say hi every day. That's cute. It's currently 89, 90 outside and 83 inside. I have been working on hooking up my air conditioner unit in here in the living room window, which happens to precisely fit. There's just an inch to spare on the side. Just fits. Actually, no. The window is at the edge of its slider, so that's precise. It's like it was made to fit this hole. And then I cut some foam, pink foam insulation here to fit the frame, so it's resting on the aluminum framing of the window here, all the way around, up in the top and in the edges. And that's just about 2-inch thick foam. So that's rigid enough. That's holding the air conditioner, which is basically balanced anyway, so it should not be too much pressure on this. It's not even indenting it. And then I put another piece of foam on the bottom underneath as a rest to take the stress off, because the window frame is curved over here. And I put the foam in here. See, the foam rests on here and takes the contour of the frame. It crushed where it was curved. Otherwise, I was crushing the lip of the air conditioner. I don't want to do that. So that will also help with vibration control. And I want to stuff little bits of fiberglass insulation in to cover and fill these gaps, which, by the way, there's plenty of air flowing through there right now. I can feel it. All kinds of air flowing. Now the porch door just shut. Oh, there it goes again, open. I don't have it latched, and when it's open, I can feel air blasting through here. Well, anyway, I'm going to seal these gaps off with fiberglass, pink fiberglass insulation all the way around. Make sure there's no spaces for bugs and stuff to come through, and for air to leak down in here as well. And I'll put some tape on this side. Anyway, it's going to work. Now, the thing is, I remember from last year, I did have my air conditioner running from pure solar power. It worked good and well when I had full sunlight on the panels, which would mean, well, no, it's cloudy again. But anyway, I do have the new generator hooked up, the DC generator, which I can always run as needed to keep it cool in here. So what I can do is run that DC generator. It runs 5 hours on a gallon of gas, which is pretty decent. And I would only run it as needed, because the AC unit, once it cools off the room, isn't going to run so much. So I think I can balance it out and find a happy medium there between using the solar panels and the generator. But hopefully I can keep it cool in here, because I'm sweating like mad just sitting still. Alright, the AC is plugged in and running, although it's not yet. I'm not sure if it's, I don't think the compressor's kicked on yet. I don't hear it running. I just hear the fan blowing. It's on max cool, high cool. Okay, so it should kick on the compressor any minute now. I'm going to go check the voltage here. 13.1 volts. It was just 13.2. I've got 340 watts coming in. Now, see, the voltage is dropping. But the watts coming in is fluctuating. Now, the batteries are floating, so I think The panels are probably able to put out more power than what I'm using right now, so I think the charge controller is regulating what's going into the battery. So I'll keep an eye on that in the next few minutes and see what I've got. Right now I'm running on pure solar. I got my DC generator fired up and going into the RV to help because the solar panels are in shade now and I don't want to drain my batteries unnecessarily. And I did some calculations that DC generator, the gas tank on that thing, I just filled it up and it didn't even take a gallon. I think it's less than half a gallon, maybe a quart. I'm going to have to look up the specs on that motor, or that engine I should say to be correct. That's either a quart or a half gallon of gas. So at most that's only using $2 of gas every 5 hours. And I only need to use the AC to take the heat out of the RV and then I can shut that down. So I bet I could get by with just a couple dollars a day for cooling if I had to. Of course I won't have to, because as long as the sun is shining I got 1600 watts available out here and my air conditioner is only pulling out 500, so I should be alright. Now my lettuce is perking up. The sun has gone down below the tree line. It's 4:30 in the afternoon and already I have no sun. But that'll change as summer goes on. I'll have sunlight till about 5 or 6 p.m. But anyway, the lettuce is perked right up. So it was definitely the heat of the day that was killing it. This lettuce over here is a little bit weaker, but it is looking better than it was. I watered it heavily, so it should be alright. It's definitely not going to be too dry, so I'm hoping that'll perk up and fluff out. I see there are different types of lettuce that are more heat sensitive and some are less. That was a aphid. I've already got aphids on here, so I've got to get some ladybugs. Ladybugs eat the aphids and the aphids eat my lettuce, so it's a battle. The battle is on. Now, over here, I've got my greenhouse airing out just because I've been working in and out with the tools in there. My Bedini motor is still charging up the battery that I'm going to be using for my electric fence controller. We got a lot going on today, a lot of various projects scattered out. It was too hot to work the garden much. What I did do is I put this up, and I think I showed you that earlier. And I want to show you this here. The lettuce inside, although it's still in the direct sun, is perked right up. Can you see that? So that was a success. This lettuce perked right up. So thank you, Mom. I hope you see this video. That worked out alright. I hear a horrid noise. It sounds like my belt is slipping on my generator, so I gotta tighten that. Depending on the weather tomorrow morning, we're supposed to get some heavy rains again. It rained a little today, but the grass is up there again already. Really bad. This stuff grows fast. So a lot of people think I was gone a long time to Florida, but honestly, look what, just a few days, it doesn't take long. Not at all. And I think I had mowed about a week before I left. I don't remember exactly when I last mowed before that, but anyway. Well, let's see how my other plants fared. I had to go tighten that belt. Basically, everything's sort of an experiment right now until I get everything fine-tuned and tested and tightened up. So I mulched these today because they weren't looking so happy. And the heat is just terrible right now. Yeah, look at how they're lazily flopping there. It's really hot. But the that was one of my seedlings. I think, actually I don't know what it is now. It was one of the few that survived. And there's some kind of a vine plant of something, I think. And there's another. They're perking up now that I put the mulch down around them. I think that's a random tomato. I'm going to give it a chance to grow and see what it is. That just grew on its own. And considering the my loss of almost everything already anyway, I'm going to give everything a chance that tries to grow here. Well, everything that I want to have anyway. Pull out weeds as I go. All kinds of grass, seed trying to form here. It'll take me a while to get all the weeds out. Once all the seed has sprouted, then I'll have a better control in my garden. This is a good thing to do when the sun goes down and it's not as hot. Just come out here and relax and just casually pull out the weeds and listen to the chickens yell at me. And the little ones are begging for food as always. So that's the grass that had regrown from the root. So it's going to take me some time to get this garden under control, but I'll get it eventually. Look at them acting like they haven't eaten a thing in weeks. I fed them twice today. Well, I'm going to go inside where it's cooler. Well, I've been using my workhorse again. It's good to have it. Really good to have a tractor around here. Also good to have friends that help out, because I've been working in the garden and all kinds of other stuff all day. So I haven't had the time to work on that. Anyway, it was definitely worth the lunch at Subway for him to do that for me. And I took him shopping, which he needed badly anyway. So it all worked out for the both of us.